O sheep of the flock, I have been blessed by our Father to deliver your message of inquiry. Shall we begin? The first question is from I Love Cats09, who asks, Yeast, do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
No, the Savior does not idle in hiding against its creation. He is always present and manifests in unexpected ways.
Oh, I think this question might be in reference to a movie.
It is all right, sister. It was a good question nonetheless.
Of course, Father. The next question comes again from I Love Cats09, who asks, Kraken, what is the biggest difference between life on Earth and life with the Star Cyclers, aside from, being in space?
The lack of people, honestly. It might not seem like it since Xenthar gets us a lot of jobs on asteroid colonies, but space travel still costs an arm and a leg. Most of the humans you encounter out here are either in servitude or trust fund pricks. It's pretty cool that you can just sort of start over, though. I've got a clean slate up here. Well, for the most part.
Next question is from Pixelized Sunset, who asks, Moray, what is your favorite color?
Oh, my first instinct is to say blue, but I use purple a lot when drawing. So I'd have to say blue for looks and purple for utility.
The next question is from Lenn, who asks, Callie, can I move your head flap things? If so, can they make you fly?
My head flaps are called frills. All called to have them, mine just happen to be larger than most. Just like an earth lizard, I can flex the tissue muscles, but no, I can't fly. Some Caldo do have wings, but as far as I know, that gene isn't present in my family.
The next question is once again from Lenn, who asks everyone, what is the most dangerous thing you've done so far?
Your mom.
Probably driving through space on a broken bike. I don't recommend it. 3 out of 10.
I tried to do a power slide maneuver on my bike. I crashed pretty bad. Ended up fracturing my wrist.
You almost took that old lady's head clean off.
He wasn't even on a practicing track.
I've never heard the end of it.
I got to sinus cast.
I told my parents no once. It did not go over well.
Lenn asks again, Ixara, who is the hottest member of the Horns? Other than yourself, that is.
Depends on what you're into. My Vice Commandante, Jax, is the confident type. Though if you're looking for someone a little more friendly, our mechanic Yarrow is the way to go. But my crew isn't for people to get off on. As long as they can get the job done, it doesn't matter what they look like. Hell, our demolitionist is a glorified computer monitor. And I'm not even gonna mention Steve.
The last question from Lenn reads, Yeast, so are you homophobic? Are gay people allowed in your posse? You have homophobic vibes, but I'm not trying to accuse. Asking for a friend.
All hate requires effort. To actively pursue the path of despising one's neighbor takes energy I don't prefer to expend. I use my time saving others.
The next question is from Lemon Jingles, who asks, Vedette, saw those sick paper figures. You do arts and crafts in your free time?
Yes. Rokugato perceive the world differently from most creatures. 3-dimensional arts and crafts are easier for us to conceptualize. Ceramics is a popular hobby amongst us, but I like to stick to paper.
The next question is from I Love Cats09, who asks, Aria, what are your opinions on Cars 3?
A well-rounded sequel and a nice end to the trilogy, like the final slice of bread on a well-toasted grilled cheese. But not as good as Cars 2.
Cour asks, Xenthar, how do I get a sexy cool guy voice like you?
Bro, I think they're flirting with you.
Who even is this?
I don't know.
It must be sarcastic.
No one asked you.
The next question from I Love Cats09 is for everyone. What are your thoughts on anime?
What's that?
It's some sort of earth thing. Only Kraken, Ara, and Yeast can answer this question.
Can't dislike those anime titties.
I love all kinds of cartoons from Earth, so yes, I do like some anime. I especially like the one where the chicken thinks the sky is falling.
That's not an anime.
Oh, then, what about the one where the girl is in a host club?
Okay, now that's one.
Ah, then yes, that would be my favorite one.
Doesn't brother have some of this anime art?
I don't remember, Father.
You know, he has that large pillow in his cot.
Oh, yes. How could I forget?
The girl seems nice. She would be most welcome in church anytime.
Moving on then. The next question is from Randymightdostuff. Moray, you have to choose between no salted snacks or no pillow forts with Xenthar. Which one will you pick?
Oh, that's evil. Why would you make me have to choose?
The answer is simple. One is a fun activity with your best pal, and the other is future heart problems.
Randy asks Vedette. Vedette, why is Arya so terrifying?
Have you not seen him? Look at his face. It is the epitome of uncanny. That stone-cold stare. His fists are smeared with the blood of his enemies. Does he not strike fear into your... Does he not strike fear into your very soul?
Randy asks Yeast, who's a good kitty, uwu?
Stop.
Randy asks Xenthar, Callie, Ixara. All three of you are trapped on an island after a plane crash. Who's doing what?
This question does not include some vital information. What tools are we left with? What kind of plane was it? What planet is this island located on? Is the biosphere suitable for agriculture?
We'll eat Xenthar or sacrifice him to the locals.
What? Hey!
Shark bait, ooh-ha-ha.
Last question from Randy. Kraken, how are you not in jail back on Earth?
You gotta stop with this prison mentality. Dude, just leave. It's not that hard.
Are you saying you just got up and walked out of prison?
I mean, who's gonna stop you?
I Love Cat09 asks another question for Arya. What's your least favorite sound?
Ooh, the sound of blood rushing up to the brain. Most of the time I can just tune it out because I'm not thinking about it. And now I'm thinking about it.
Happy Texan 7 asks, Mr. Whiskey, what is your opinion on laser pointers? Mr. Whiskey, am I reading this right?
Do not be deceived. Just because my body derives from a lowly creature does not mean I possess the same drives of my wordless brethren.
Happy Texan 7 asks Ixara, what are you up to at the moment?
Right now, Yarrow and I are trying to teach our Night Devourer sign language. I reminded Yarrow that Steve doesn't have any fingers, but her commitment to the cause is very admirable.
I Love Cat09's last question is for Kraken. Have you ever been to Disneyland/World?
I've been to Disney World in Paris a couple of times. If I've been in America, well, let's just say the reason Downtown Disney had to rebrand to Disney Springs? You know what? Forget about it.
Our last question. Well, this isn't really a question. I mean, it is a question, but, well, the user Haruka Infuso just sent this image.
What is a salentine?
No.
No.
Will Sal treat me right?
No thanks. I'm taken.
I'm married to the church.
We are at the end of the questions. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We will see each other again soon. In the next life.
Sister, we don't own this thing.